Hello, Miss Robertson. Today I will be asking a series of questions. To start off with the questions, who is Becky?
Who is Becky? Well, I noticed that I had a bunch of people on my Facebook list, tons of friends that I'd never met. So I thought maybe it would be nice for them to get to know me a little bit and imitate what it is my daughter and all of her friends do on Instagram, and they play 20 questions and ask random questions to get to know each other. So for those of you that don't know me, I hired a expert interviewer today to ask me a few questions.
All right, thank you. And the second question, what are your hobbies, Miss Robertson?
My hobbies. My hobbies are finding ways to embarrass my daughter. That's probably number one. Number two, anybody that's on my Facebook would know that stalking Jesse Jennings, the most infamous country star in all of Texas. His wife would agree, and I think with the restraining order, we know that. Third hobby is really just Facebook. You know, I live for Facebook.
Yes, we can tell you post every day. Well, everyone's been wondering about Trump and Hillary and how stupid both of them are. Who are you voting for?
That's a great question. Who am I voting for? Well, to be honest with you, when I go to the voting booth, as I just registered, I'm going to vote for The Rock. You know, I know he's not running, but I'm just going to scratch out Donald and Hillary's name, and I'm just putting in Dwayne Johnson because that's who I really think could represent our country. There's nothing that man cannot do.
Well, that's good. At least you didn't want to vote for Bernie either. He was very old and terrible too. Everyone on it today is in 2016. We've been with the generation of technology. What are your thoughts about it?
Technology. I hate technology. I think my biggest obstacle these days is Snapchat. I try and keep up with my daughter and her friends. Snapchat, don't get it. And why is it you want to post something that disappears? To me, if you're doing something you want to disappear, probably shouldn't be doing it. And we learned that lesson from Trump. So anyways, that's pretty much my opinion on it.
Yes, some people might want a Snapchat to be, well, some people want some things to disappear because it goes for a day. Like, let's say you're at a concert. Yeah, one might disappear maybe later. But
I don't think I asked you that question, but okay.
Anywho, what are your 3 goals in life?
My 3 goals in life. I want to be a meme, and that's one goal. Another one of my big goals, you know, I've always wanted to be in a motion picture, a big, huge motion picture. You know, really, I don't need to play any other part. I could just be an extra and just walk in the background. But I really wanted to do that. So, meme, extra, and I want to live long enough to meet my grandchildren. That my daughter says she doesn't want kids, but I know that she does. She just doesn't know it yet. Because my sister Ashley said she didn't want kids and she ended up with 3 and loves it. So those are my 3 goals.
I don't think your daughter will want kids in the future.
I don't think that's your opinion.
Okay, well, everyone else has opinions. What is next question anyway. What is the craziest thing you've ever done in your life?
You know, craziest thing, crazy is subjective. But the craziest thing and most unbelievable thing I've ever done, and we're not going to go into it, I'm probably the only person on planet Earth who's ever run over themselves. I don't need to elaborate on that. Those of you that know me well know the story, but running over myself, I think, was probably the craziest thing I've ever done.
That must have hurt, didn't it?
Yeah, a little.
A lot, probably. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Miss Robertson. Next question. What do you want your daughter to be like as an adult?
I've always thought about this, and although when my daughter was in first grade, she said that her biggest aspiration in life was to be Shakira, and I was kind of disappointed because I was thinking, like most mothers, I was hoping she could model herself after Miley Cyrus. I think she's probably somebody I would want my daughter to grow up to be, or you know what, a Kardashian or Miley Cyrus is who I think she should aspire to be.
Ah, yes. What's your favorite Kardashian?
Gosh, it's hard to choose. I mean, Kim gets the most airtime and has the most drama. And the one who did that whole lip challenge thing on Instagram, I lost respect for her right there. The rest of them, they are pretty respectable. I guess Kim, just because she's the hottest one.
Yeah. Next question. What is your biggest regret ever?
My biggest regret? This is probably where we get serious. My biggest regret in life is that I didn't go to college to become a scientist and study medicine so that I could develop a cure for cancer. Having lost my biggest idol in my life was my big sister Lori, and I regret that I was not the person to develop a cure to have saved my sister's life.
I'm so sorry that your sister passed away.
Thank you.
But yes, that is a big regret, and I'm so sorry for your sister still. Next question. How do people describe you?
That I'm someone who can't stop talking, is always surrounded by children. I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. I'm not afraid to embarrass myself, because if you can't laugh at yourself, then who can you laugh at? And I think I do a pretty good job of that. Friendly. I don't really have a mean bone in my body. Unless somebody tries to do something to my daughter, then you're going to see a real ugly side. Otherwise, I'm that person that if I'm your friend, I am your friend for life. And I think based on my Facebook friends, you can see my friends from when I was 5 years old, Marlanda, that being you, best friends from elementary, middle school, high school. I mean, I'm friends with every guy I ever dated on here except for one whose wife won't let us be friends. But other than that, I mean, I just I'm a friend for life, and I'm real.
Well, that's good to know. You're really friendly, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Well, I think that's all the time we have, Miss Robertson. Thank you for your time. Until next time, thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.